Hi, welcome to Shelley Live. I'm Shelley Carter, owner, founder, public speaker, and teacher of Alder Healing Center. Shelley Live, the place where magic happens. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Shelley Live. I'm your host, Shelley Carter, and guess what? Roses are red, violets are blue, or are they? But sugar can turn you blue also. And so the topic of conversation is what can be created, manipulated, or let nature take its course. Again, I'm Shelley Carter of Alder Healing Center in beautiful Lombard. We are the place for holistic health and well-being. And thank you for joining us today. Back again is Dr. Israel. The conversation has been on food sustainability, urban gardening, and so much more. So, Dr. Israel, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Shelley, for having me on the show. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. I'm glad to
Yes,
have you here.
yes.
So, we have 4 points that we're wanting to cover today. One is garden prep, second is seed treatment, third is worm castings, and 4 is nutrient drench. And I'm just going to say, when I saw worm casting, like I love to fish, and fishing with my grandpa was the thing that we did. So we would get up we would be up as kids till midnight catching night crawlers to go fishing for the next morning. So, Dr. Israel, I'm going to turn the show over to you, and we're going to start with garden prep. So, take it away.
Okay. So, what we're going to talk about today is how to prepare your seeds to be the best they can. And I often like to refer to it as taking care of your little babies.
Aw.
Yeah, because when mother feeds her child milk, she's giving them the colostrum.
Yeah.
And so we are going beyond organic today and show you how we repeat that process.
Wow. Beyond organic, is that really possible?
Yes, yes.
I can't wait to hear more.
Okay. So what we do is we typically, in the organic process, we typically avoid herbicides and pesticides. And while we do have some nutrients in the soil, uh, sometimes we don't pay attention to it. We just go the conventional route. So I have a seed here. I have collard seeds,
Okay.
and
Now
and
it says Georgia Southern. Is
yes,
that kind of like your favorite to go to?
yeah, that's my favorite, and that's the favorite of the community. A lot of people love Georgia collards. Uh, so I have the Georgia collards, and then I have a seed treatment. This is BioCoat Gold, and with BioCoat Gold, it has uh, what we call a communication system. We call it endomycorrhizae, but it's the communication system of the plant.
Can you say that word one more time?
It's endomycorrhiza.
Okay, and what does endo mean?
Endo means that it attaches itself to the plant roots and it travels far distances. And it's a way of when the plant needs something and that's not locally available, it's the highway that brings it to the plant.
Kind of like the internet highway.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
so, so I want to take some of that and I want to treat my seeds
Okay.
uh, with it. So I'm going to take a pinch and
Now I know like fungus is naturally occurring in our bodies. And as we were discussing earlier, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had indicated this is a fungus or it's like a fungus or
yeah, you need bacteria and fungi in the soil.
I can't see it.
And this is the inoculant.
Oh, it actually looks like dirt.
Yeah. But it's not. It's microorganisms. It's uh, bacteria, but they're like dormant, and it's fungus, and it also
Okay,
has some potassium and calcium in it too.
gotcha. Have you ever tasted it?
No, I taste it at the end when I when the plant
Pun intended, eh?
when the plant builds on it, I taste it and good. So I have my seeds coated now,
Okay,
and
so that's all you have to do to coat them?
yes, just take it and shake it up in the packet,
Okay.
because the seeds are, even though the seeds are uh, dormant right now, they are alive, and so this gives them that little coating so things can get started as we go right away.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that we do so that uh, the process can start when we water.
So I'm just going to share a little bit about a little bit about my first garden. My daughter was probably about 2 years old, so that was like many years ago, and I didn't know any of this. So I think this is really great for those who this is their first time gardening, or maybe they've been gardening but they didn't know about this fungus piece. I didn't even know really how to till a ground. I just put like get all the weeds out of the way, put
Yeah,
like a little alcove in it 2 inches down and put the seeds in and covered it up
yeah,
and prayed that something would happen. My
yeah,
plants for the whole season only got this big if they showed up at all.
yeah. Well, the seeds have everything they need to get started.
Yeah,
However, when they need more material, that's the question. That if it doesn't have what it needs in the soil,
yeah.
then it's not going to do very well, or it'll be a weak plant. Um, so the next thing I'm going to do is, this is my soil,
Okay.
and you notice the little white specks in there. That's like pearlite,
Yeah.
because there are four things that we're looking to accomplish here. It's the four
Can you go
elements.
like this?
It's the four elements, and that's earth, fire, air, and water. So throughout this process, we're focusing on earth, fire, air, and water.
Okay.
And this will represent the earth. This is what I'm using for this now. It's called Purple Cow Seedling Mix.
Oh,
Purple Cow has cow manure. It has um, minerals. It has everything that's perfect in the in the seedling mix that will have the plant do its best. Um, so on the earth, fire, air, and water, that's the earth. The fire is the nitrogen in the soil. So we have some nitrogen in the soil. And
mm,
most people know about the NPK, that's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So all of those elements in it. And where we go beyond organic is to put the trace minerals in.
okay.
So
And
that's,
that's what the inoculation will do, the
yeah,
seed treatment.
yeah. The seed treatment will put, um, well, the purple cow has uh, uh, elements in it, the trace elements. But the seed treatment also has beneficial bacteria in it,
Okay.
because the bacteria, the microbes, they do all the work. They process everything that we have in the soil, and the plant gives the bacteria, the microbes, and the fungi. It gives it sugar, and then they give them the processed minerals and things back.
Now, we're not talking about processed refined white sugar. We're talking about sugar coming from fruits and vegetables. Yeah.
Right. We're
Yeah.
talking about photosynthesis along with the carbon in the soil to make sugar, and the plant feeds that to the microbes through its roots, and then the microbes give back to the plant. It's a
Okay, cool.
symbiotic relationship. It's just like what happens in our intestines, in our gastrointestinal system.
Mm.
You know,
I know that one well.
yeah,
It's interesting because people are like, I was told I should be able to poop on my own, and I don't know why things aren't moving. And so we start talking about diet, nutrition, and it's like how much of what you're eating is refined and processed versus whole food or eating food in its whole state, which actually will do what you're actually talking about, which will feed the healthy microbiome and have things work the way they're supposed to. But then the other side of that, which is why we're talking about this today, is how do you get the dense nutrition that used to be in the fruits and vegetables, as we'll say, like in the days of maybe Adam and Eve, or even our forefathers a couple generations back, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you open the show with what can be created, manipulated, or let nature take its course.
Yeah.
So, what we want to do is we want to mimic nature because that's where the best came from. And if you go to the forest always takes care of itself
Mm-hmm.
when it's undisturbed.
Yeah.
So that's from the leaves falling and the leaves break down, and that's the cycle of life for nature. It
Well, and
works.
you even brought up like earth, wind, and fire. So fires actually are essential in the forest preserves because I don't know all the details about it, but there's from the fires, certain nutrients get created
Yeah,
from that feed the soil, and then you get all this rich plumage.
yeah, yeah. So that's another process that we can talk about later because we have something that we use called biochar. That's a process where you burn wood or some other element. Sometimes it's cow manure or whatever, and you get like a little char material, the same type of material you get in the Amazon forest, and the food is really rich there and sweet and tasty.
Mm,
Uh, but it has everything in there in it, like the minerals. And if the when the minerals go down, the disease usually goes up.
yeah.
So from 1900 to now, we have a big spike in cancer, obesity, all of those major uh, diseases that we're talking about,
Hmm.
and a lot of it has to do with uh, the food. Let food be your medicine.
Yeah.
But if we create the food without the minerals, it's not going to be medicine.
Right. Right. So what you gonna do with your soil over there?
Okay, I have my soil in the pot. I have a 2-inch pot.
Okay. So do you pack it really hard or just like lightly pack it, or how do you maneuver
Yeah,
that?
I just likely pat it. I don't press it down at all because I don't want it compacted.
Gotcha.
And the air portion of it, you wanted to use air. You wanted to get enough oxygen, and so we have those little pieces of pearly in there. That's these little white pieces that we have here.
Mm-hmm.
We That's in the soil to create airspace. Now,
Gotcha.
out on the farm, your worms actually create those little tunnels so that you can get air within the spaces because you don't want it to grow without oxygen. So I can take now what I normally do for the water portion. I would take filtered water, absent the chlorine, because chlorine kills the microbes. So I have filtered water that I'm going to use with my plants, and we can duplicate that in the greenhouse and in our gardens by putting a filter on the end of our water source.
Okay.
Um,
It's interesting because a lot of people don't even realize that the chlorine in the water when they take a shower or when they're taking a bath, when you shower or take a bath, your body is absorbing about 8 cups of water. And if it's doing it to a plant, like it's killing a plant, guess what it's doing to us?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That is so true. Uh, I can not like now. I can actually, if someone gives me tap water, I can actually smell it before I take a drink,
Yeah.
and I would say no,
No,
no.
thank you.
So I can take the seed. I got a seed in my hand. Yeah, and they're little tiny seeds. So I can take and put two seeds in my pot.
So even though you're putting it in your hand, the treatment you put on it will still stay
Yeah,
on it and not go into your hand or
right. There's enough coated on there because the microbes and the mycorrhiza, all of that is so tiny that I absolutely have none on my hand. It's coated. Nothing's on my hand, and I haven't wiped my hand, and it's coated on the seed.
gotcha.
So I take the seed and I maybe press down a quarter of an inch for these seeds. This is Georgia collards. All I need is a quarter of an inch.
Okay, so you took the seeds in your hand and put it in and then pushed them in?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And sometimes you can get little equipment to do that, but all it takes is just a little finger press. And what whatever seed you have, you want to make it like twice the depth of the seed when you put it in.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, and so then I will take some. Now I like to do this beforehand, but take some nutrient drench. This is um, this is liquid feed.
I can't quite see the name of it. Oh, liquid. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I typically do, um, let me tell you what's in it. It's seawater, fish hydrolysate, calcium, magnesium, molasses. So it has some unsulfate molasses. They give it the start it needs with the sugar. Rock phosphate. That's in geology, all of the minerals come from the breakdown of the rocks.
Yeah.
So we have rock phosphate, and we have kelp, manganese, all of the trace minerals. Um,
Sounds
and
like stuff we should be taking.
Yeah, and it has also some worm castings in there. So here again, you're getting another serving of worm castings, and then you just pour what I like to do, and I'm not going to do it in here, but I usually mix the water. I have the water all mixed with the preparation. Like I got a couple of drops of the nutrient drench in this, and then I would pour it because this is measured. Usually, I take an ounce and I pour it in a gallon of water,
Okay.
and then you put it in your tray. You pour it in your tray and mix it up uh, so that your soil is damp.
So you do that before you actually put the seed in it.
Right,
Okay.
and that's enough to get the seed started, and then you can put it in another container uh, that supports these 2-inch pots, and you can water it from the bottom so that it wicks up. And its ability to wick up is because
So
you
that would
got
be kind of like a tray like this, yeah?
yeah, yeah. Um, so that's the all of this follows the process of beyond organic, in that we have the um, soil energy in there with the nitrogen.
Mm-hmm.
We have the foundational minerals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the NPK and the calcium. And then you have your humic substances. That's from the breakdown of the microbiology. When they die, they leave their carcasses, and that leaves some humic substances there. And the soil biology doing all of its work and breaking down everything. And then the fourth thing is the trace minerals. If you make sure that you have all of that, you can grow some pretty strong plants. It has vigor, that has a strong cell wall. You know, it uses just like we use calcium for our bones and teeth. The plant
Mm-hmm.
uses calcium to uh, build its structure.
Mm. That's
Uh,
awesome. So I'm going to have you hold that thought and we're going to come right back. We're going to take a commercial break.
okay.
So, everybody, our website is newly up and revised, and you can go shopping on our website. We have our mystery box reveal, which you can watch the video. Um, so you can either call or book for purchase your products online or call the office. We have our alder healing tea, which is a blend of multiple flowers, roots, and herbs for stress relief, relaxation, reducing inflammation, and just bringing that calm and peace to your body, your mind, and your spirit. Because everything we do is how do you bring balance to those areas? Now, our alder healing tea and alder healing custom blended essential oil for the month of March is 15% off. So you can let us know that you saw this video and then we'll give you the 15% off. You can come in and pick up the products and we can ship them out to you. So when you go to the website and scroll down further, we carry two different product lines. One of my favorites is Biotics. There's video. I love their educational pieces. There's videos you can watch that is really, really great information. You see something you like, you can click on shop, go ahead and take care of that. If you order before 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, you'll get your product the very next day, which is super awesome. And then Nature Sunshine has other products and cleanses that I really love. So what one product line doesn't carry, the other product line does. So have fun shopping and just remember Alder Healings, Healing Tea. The essential oil is Vanilla Dream. For the month of March is 15% off. So hurry up and make your selections today. Back to the show. Dr. Israel, is there any last words you want to cover for garden prep?
Yes, that's the process we use to grow seedlings in the greenhouse. You can use it to grow seedlings in your home if you want, in a window, a south facing window. Um, I just want people to know that food is getting expensive now. And so this idea is to promote growing your own food and growing nutrient dense food. Um,
Okay, so I'm going to interrupt you for a second because we have a guest that's asking a question and they want to know where do I get this stuff? So I'm assuming this stuff is like everything you're using to work with your plant. So can you, Dr. Israel, um, can you let us know where those items can be purchased?
you can get some of the items at there's a
Can
store
you go
on.
through each item specifically, like where you got it from?
Okay, the seed inoculant, the BioCoat Gold. I got it from Advancing Eco Agriculture. advancingeagleag.com. That's advancingeagleag.com. And you can look that up on the internet.
And I'll say after the show, we'll put it in the link below so you'll know where you can actually purchase the products. So, what's the next one that you used?
This is another product that I use often because I'm a member of the Bionutrient Food Association,
Okay.
and these are farmers that promote eating real food.
Okay.
So this is normally their practice. So this is another seed inoculant
Okay.
uh, from bionutrient.org.
Okay.
Usually, if you become a member of that, you can um, get that.
You can what?
You can get those feed get those from there, and also we use it in the greenhouse for those people who are not members, but they would also like to use it.
So, if you become a member, does that mean you get a discount or what does that mean?
Yeah, you get that's one of the perks of getting that substance, but there's some other directions that you can take too. You can go to a local store like Christy Weber's Farm and Garden Center. They will have a different product, but you can ask about it. They have it.
Okay.
And also I use Chicago Roots on the north side. It's on Pulaski and Irving Park. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. This is the liquid feed. This is also a product from the Bionutrient Food Association.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. The purple cow seedling mix you can pick up from Christy Weber's Farm and Garden Center in Chicago.
Okay. And where are they located at, sir?
They're located at it's on Chicago Avenue, and I'll just put it in the chat because I don't know. I can't give the address. I know generally where it is. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so I'll just put that
Okay,
there.
great. So we'll have all the information on where you can purchase each individual product and down below, so you know where to get it, how to get it, and all of that. And then our contact information will be down below as well.
Yeah,
So,
and you can get the um, water uh, uh, pure water strainers, the water uh, pump from the Amazon because they have that at a reasonably good price.
so
Yeah.
is this water pump something that you would hook up to your kitchen sink? Is this something that is external that goes on the garden hose? Is this
Yes, it goes on the garden hose.
okay?
Or if you're at home, you can, if you have a way to take the chlorine out of your water, that'll be good. And if you don't, here's the tip: you can let it outgas. You can sit it up and let it sit for 24 hours before you use it, and let the chlorine outgas. Or you can
So
use
please define outgas.
that's the process where the gas just comes off as it sits. It'll just go in the atmosphere. The chlorine will
Okay.
gas off.
And there's another question about the filter. I'm not quite sure what they're asking, but maybe where can they get the filter for the I'm assuming the water hose.
Yes, that's the filter that I was talking about. You can get that from Amazon.
Okay. So there's got to be a name of it, and we'll have the name and all of that because I
Yeah,
know when I go on Amazon, there's like hundreds of things that show up. So just so we can be more specific to help everybody out, right?
right. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
all you have to do is type in garden filter. Yeah, and it should pop up.
Okay.
But we will also put that in the chat.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. I love the feedback. So please, more feedback, more questions. That's awesome. Okay, Dr. Israel, I know I cut you off.
Yeah. So our next process will be getting the beds outside ready for transplanting.
So
around May
maybe
15th or
we
later.
should wait till April for that. So
Yes,
why don't we see how our seedlings do between now and April, and
yes,
then we'll bring in the next phase into the next show, which will be in April, because the ground should start warming up. Your plants, a lot of people are starting their plants in their kitchens or in their basements, and have the special lighting on them to grow lights, I think is what they're called.
yeah.
Um, and I'm not good. I know my specialty area. That's not one of them, although I've learned a lot through this show today. And what I like to do is buy plants that are already grown.
Yeah, yeah.
And so why don't we bring the transplanting in the next show and program?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And just so y'all know, I know there's a question coming up about Dr. Israel. Looks like he has one lens and not a lens. Anything you want to say about that?
Yes. Well, I had surgery on my left eye, and I can see, I can read close with
What
that
kind of
eye.
surgery was it?
It was cataract surgery.
Okay.
So I have a new lens in my left eye, and I can see really well with it. Um, I'm nearsighted in this eye now, in the left eye, but I'm farsighted in the right eye,
Gotcha.
even though this is my dominant eye. And so I have medicine in this lens. I don't need any medicine in this lens.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I'm like as it were, a Doctor Doolittle.
so so since some of you brought it up, that's why. So Dr. Israel, thank you for being on Shelly Live. And I look forward to hearing your stories on how your gardens are growing. You have questions and feedback, send them to us and we'll bring them to the next show. Be sure to like and subscribe, ring the bell so when we go live, you'll be notified. And then we will put all the information on where to buy products in the link below. So thank you for joining us under the alder tree, and we look forward to seeing you real soon. So come join us under the alder tree where magic happens. 630-328-3928. You can also reach us at info@alderhealingcenter.com to book via email, or you can go to our website at alderhealingcenter.com, book appointments there, and find out what else we're up to. So reach out to us today, 630-328-3928.